Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The January 19th, 2011 meeting of the City Council is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for our hearing impaired viewers. The council meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, can be viewed on the city's website at www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m. and also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. I always make this cautionary announcement. There's no reason to believe that this would ever take place. This building is protected by a state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. So should alarms activate, please leave through the closest exit. When you get outside, our marshals will advise you when it's safe to return. As I say, this is just a cautionary admonition and no reason to believe that this would ever take place. Before we proceed with the agenda, would everyone please rise for the invocation given this morning by Rajan Zed, President of Universal Society of Hinduism, and please remain standing for the pledge.
I will first read in Sanskrit, then in English. Om Bhurvuvah Svah Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Na Prachodayat. We meditate on the transcendental glory of the Deity Supreme, who is inside the heart of the earth, inside the life of the sky, and inside the soul of the heaven. May He stimulate and illuminate our minds. Astoma Sadgamya, Tamsoma Jyotirgamya, Mrityor Mamratam Gamya. Lead me from the unreal to the real, lead me from darkness to light, lead me from death to immortality. Niyatam Kuru Karma Tvam Karma Jayo Hya Karmana Sarira Yatra Pi Chatena Prasiddhi Ed Karmana Yagnartha Karmanao Nyatra Lokoyam Karma Vandana Tadartham Karma Kauntya Mukta Sangha Samachara. Fulfill all your duties. Action is better than inaction. Even to maintain your body, you are obliged to act. Selfish action imprisons the world. Act selflessly without any thought of personal profit. Tasmada Sakta Statam Karyam Karma Samachara Asakto Hyacharan Karma Paramapnoti Purusha Karma Neva Hi Samsiddhi Mastita Jankadaya Loka Sangraha Mevapi Sampa Shankar Tumra Hasi. Strive constantly to serve the welfare of the world. By devotion to selfless, one attains the supreme goal of life. Do your work with the welfare of others always in mind. Om Saha Navavtu Saha No Bhunaktu Saha Viryan Karva Bahai Tejasvi Nava Ditamastu Ma Vidvisa Bahai. May we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we work together with great vigor. May our study be enlightening. May no obstacle arise between us. Samni va akuti samna hridyani va samnam astuvo mano yatha va susa hasti. United your resolve, united your hearts. May your spirits be at one, that you may long together dwell in unity and concord. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Om.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ceremonial portion of our agenda, and I have the honor this morning of welcoming our new fire chief for his oath of office, and at this time I'd like to invite Chief Mike Myers and his family to join us. With him today is his wife Lori, his daughter Taylor, his son Sean, his folks John and Mary, and his brother Rod. And at this time I'm pleased to administer the oath to the Chief. Ms. Bridges, would you be kind enough to hold the Bible for the Chief's left hand? And Mike, would you raise your right hand, please? John Mike Myers, do you solemnly swear that you will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the Constitution and government of the state of Nevada against all enemies, whether domestic or foreign, that you will bear true faith, allegiance, and loyalty to the same, any ordinance, resolution, or law of any state convention or legislature to the contrary notwithstanding, and that you will well and faithfully perform all of the duties of the position of Fire Chief, Fire and Rescue, in which you are about to enter, so help you God. Congratulations. Now I'm going to do something for the first time in about 12 years. I'm nervous that I'm going to be able to pin the Chief without sticking the Chief. Here we go.
Paramedic around? Paramedics up there. Did you cut him? Did you cut him?
When the mayor pro tem gives me my haircuts, I always accuse him of nicking me, and I hope I didn't nick you, Chief. All right, now if you'd be kind enough to tell us a little bit about how you feel.
Well, obviously this is very surreal for me, but I wanted to say thank you to a few people. First, you, Mayor. This is a special moment for me to have you pin the badge. I had an opportunity to walk with you at the Martin Luther King Parade, which, by the way, was one of the best attended parades I've seen in years. And it was obvious to me the city loves you. And I think you're a fantastic mayor, and that's why I asked you to pin this badge. It was that important to me, and I applaud your efforts. You've been a great mayor. Council members, thanks for your support. I've already had a wild week. My first week was last week, and it's already been crazy, and I've depended greatly already on the directors and, of course, my staff, Chiefs Fuller, Chief Bell, Chief Campbell, and Chief Miramontes. Thank you for your support. Of course, my extended family, all the firefighters with Las Vegas Fire Rescue, and all the support personnel, thank you. I've had the unique opportunity to have my mother and father here, which I think is great. Just a few weeks ago, they celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. And of course, my brother Rod that we talked about, he flew in from Texas just to be here, and my two best friends, Taylor and Sean. Of course, my beautiful wife, Lori. And I'll try to say this other piece without getting choked up. There's a special person in my life that was born here 18 years ago in Las Vegas and grew up kind of a rough and tumble kid. Played boys hockey through her life since 7 years old, and is now a freshman in college up in Utica, New York. Plays women's ice hockey for the Utica Pioneers and is one of the leading goal scorers of in the NC2A. She's been a big influence on my life, and she's been a fantastic daughter and a great hockey player, and I just wanted her to know she's watching live on the internet to take it to Williams College this weekend. So. Finally, so we can wrap up, there is nothing more important to these men and women out here you see with Las Vegas Fire Rescue than the protection of our great city's residents, business owners, and visitors. And I am proud, absolutely proud and honored to serve them. This has been a fantastic opportunity, and I just wanted to thank everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll have some photos. Don't leave us. We're having some photos with the chief and his family, and the council, please. Let's all get together here. Good. Welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to Las Vegas. showgirls here. You kidding me? Where? You're one? Your mother's one. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Now we- Thank you. That's great. Now we'll have some pictures with the council. Congratulations again. Thank you. That's great. Okay. Thank you. And congratulations to the family. Thanks for joining us down here. We appreciate it. Thank you, Jason. Okay, for our next ceremonial item, we're going to honor the January Employee of the Month. I'd like to ask Acting Leisure Services Director Stephen Harson to please join us at the podium and help us present this honor. We're going to announce that the January Employee of the Month is Mike Haberhorst. Mike? Congratulations, Mike. Congratulations. Mike has been with the city for 20 years and is a leisure services coordinator. He's long had a passion for the city's community school program that provided safe activities and care for school children. Unfortunately, the city's 9 community schools were among the budget cuts that the city had to make in this very difficult economy. Mike, however, was able to find a way to bring something positive out of this sad situation. Mike has been assisting the various community school boards in closing out their books and has helped to create a new financial aid fund that will be used to provide scholarships to underprivileged children for City of Las Vegas leisure programs. Families without the means to pay for after-school childcare will now have the opportunity to take part in the city's Safe Key and Kids Camp that's offering programming similar to what the community schools offered. So far, Mike has taken in more than, listen to this, more than $140,000 in donations for this new financial aid fund. He's done an exceptional job of continuing to think forward and to overcome the budget obstacles that we all have to deal with, and continues to provide the highest levels of service for our residents. It really is an example of the hard work that we're seeing across the organization to ensure that we continue to provide the quality of life that the residents are accustomed to and deserve. Mike's passion and caring personality are embraced by his coworkers and encourages them to be better employees. On behalf of the entire City Council, Mike, I'd like to congratulate you on being named the January 2011 Employee of the Month, and along with this very, very nice plaque, Mike has received a $100 Visa gift card, which he used to bet on the Bears, right? No, wrong. The Jets.
Minnesota Vikings.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's going to bring Favre out of retirement. That's great. Compliments to the Nevada Federal Union. Congratulations. Here we go.
I would just like to congratulate Mike. He is an exceptional employee. We're very proud of you in Leisure Services, and we couldn't be happier to have you as a friend and colleague. So again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. The community schools have been part of the City of Las Vegas for more than 30 years, and they've been providing recreational activities, and they also provided financial aid. So when they closed, the natural progress was just good for them to leave a legacy. And what a better legacy is to provide financial aid for youth that cannot afford it. And that was just a good direction and an easy one that they bought into. So it was a good process. And I also want to thank, it was a huge task. Mark Romeo was a huge part of this, so I want to thank Mark. He's not here today, but I need to say thank you to him. And also some special friends in Leisure. And my wife, Lisa, thank you for all your support. Love you, babe. Mayor and Council, thank you. Steve, again, pleasure to work here. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Great job. Wonderful job. Okay, for our next item, I want to invite Patty Brown from the Senior Citizens Advisory Board to join us to announce the Senior of the Quarter. Patty, welcome to the council. Oh, she is my senior showgirl. I forgot. That's a senior moment on my part. Here we go. Right. There we go.
everybody. Lois, you look beautiful, honey. How you doing? These are my buddies that I hardly know. Anyway, I'm privileged and honored to invite Mary Randolph up to the podium, please. Mary is a resident of Sartini Plaza, a Southern Nevada Regional Housing Authority senior facility where I lived, and I'm privileged to call Mary a friend. Mary has a caring and fun-loving spirit, traits that make Sartini Plaza residents feel welcome and part of a loving family. She was the first person to welcome me when I moved in. She does all the decorating for our building. Every month is a different theme. This month was the most beautiful picture of Martin Luther King with flags around him. She does our bingo room, our community room, our foyer, and every month it's a different theme, so we never know what this little one's going to come up with. And she also does the decoration for our dinners. She goes in and puts down tables and has appropriate different little gift holders and things like that for everybody. She's just got such a heart of gold. She also is our sunshine girl. There's 260 plus residents in our building, and each month there are several birthday cards to write out. Plus there's sympathy cards and get well cards, and she does this willingly. Come Christmas time, she's cramped up because she's got a lot of Christmas cards. Mary is funny too. With her wonderful smile and sweet disposition, she'll pull a prank on the most unsuspecting senior. In spite of or because of this, we all feel like we can trust and count on Mary for anything. It is my pleasure to recognize Mary as Senior of the Quarter for her countless years of volunteer service to this community. By the way, if you feel like you would like to nominate a senior who lives in the city of Las Vegas boundaries for his or her community involvement and volunteerism, please contact the city's Neighborhood Service Department to obtain a nomination form. Now I will give you Mary.
Good morning, everyone. I graciously thank everyone for voting for me. All I want to say, there's a lot of lonely citizens in the world, and I hope that I can continuously make them happy. So I feel like where I live is my home, and I decorate it as my own personal home. So all I can say, God bless America.
God bless you, sir. That's beautiful. God bless you, sir. Okay, I'll walk over there. Oh, yes, sir. That'd be great.
Cameras where you have to wind still. They still work. Sony digital cameras or whatever brand for a couple $100. They're really, really good. So to see these things, they're still out there. It's a throwaway camera, isn't it? You still have
Okay, for the final item, Councilman Barlow is going to recognize the centennial anniversary of a local organization. Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This morning, I would like to recognize Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated as they celebrate their centennial anniversary, 100 years of achievement. At this time, I would like to ask that the pole mark of the local Las Vegas Alumni Chapter President, Mr. Anthony Marentic, as well as the UNLV undergraduate chapter of Theta Sigma, Bryson Red, to come forward. Let's give them a round of applause as they come. And if you will, I'll have each one of you gentlemen stand on both sides of the podium, and please please face the audience at this time. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated was founded on the campus of Indiana University on January 5th, 1911. This organization was originally chartered and incorporated Kappa Alpha Nu on April 15, 1911. The name was officially changed to Kappa Alpha Psi on April 15, 1915. The fraternity's fundamental purpose is achievement. Early in this century, African American students were actively dissuaded from attending college. Formidable obstacles were erected to prevent the few who were enrolled from assimilating into curricular campus life. This ostracism characterized Indiana University in 1911, thus causing Elder W. Diggs, Byron K. Armstrong, and 8 other black students to form Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. This is the only remaining Greek letter organization with its Alpha chapter on the university's campus. The founders sought a formula that would immediately raise the vision and insight of black collegians at Indiana University and all over the world. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity has continued to provide leadership in every field of the human endeavor. Their objectives are to unite college men of culture, patriotism, and honor in a bond of fraternity, encourage honorable achievements in every field of human endeavor, inspire service in the public interest, promote the spiritual, social, and intellectual and moral welfare of its members, and assist the aims and purposes of colleges and universities. Locally, in February of 1964, 5 aspiring Kappa brothers gathered at the home of Kermit R. Booker Sr. to establish plans to put the name of the fraternity on the map in the city of Las Vegas. This vision came into fruition on Sunday, September 20th, 1964. The Las Vegas alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi was made official. The original 5 members were Kermit R. Booker Sr., Joseph William Haynes, Herschel L. Williams, Herbert Freeman, and David Hogarth, Jr. Former Councilman Lawrence Weekly, and now a Clark County Commissioner, is also a member of this distinguished fraternity. I would like to publicly thank Kappa Alpha Psi for their continuous participation in various Ward 5 events whenever called upon, and for this I am grateful. Their presence in our city has truly made a difference, and their works are not unnoticed. And now, in respect to Kappa Alpha Psi's commitment, dedication, and public service both locally and nationally, and especially to the residents of the Las Vegas community, I would like to ask the mayor and members of the Las Vegas City Council to join me in honoring this brotherhood as they celebrate their 100th year of achievement in the city of Las Vegas and to the world. Thanks and congratulations to you all. Thank you so very much. And at this time, I would ask that Mr. Anthony Marentic, who is the local polemarch of the Las Vegas alumni, to say a few words. And Brother Red could hold that. All right? Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Barlow. Brothers, can you come up, please? This is a shared celebration. We have brothers from the Theta Sigma chapter and the Las Vegas alumni chapter as well. Can you please welcome them up here, please? Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to recognize us. We're, like Councilman Barlow said, we're all about achievement. And thank you for the nice words, Councilman Barlow, because Councilman Barlow was a part of our high school youth group organization back in the day. So we helped him in his growth. So thank you, Councilman Barlow. Again, thank you everybody for showing up and help us celebrate our 100-year anniversary. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Get 2 photos. You sure do. That and $4 will get you a Starbucks. Thanks for coming down. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming down. This is you. Okay, we'll resume our regular meeting at this time. Thank you. I don't want to even say it. She wants a pull? No. No reason to. Okay. No reason to. Nope. We'll do this ahead of time, not now. Okay. Good morning once again, everybody. We'll call item number 9, any items from the morning session that the council, staff, and or the applicant wish to be stricken or held in abeyance to a future meeting may be brought forward and acted upon at this time. Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, Your Honor, we have one item, 32, appointments of council members to various City of Las Vegas and other jurisdictional boards, commissions, and authorities. Staff's asked to strike at this time.
All right. With that, may I have a motion, please?
And I would make a motion to bring this. Are there any other items we need to bring forward at this time? Hearing none, I make a motion to bring this item forward and take the appropriate action, please.
Very good. Let's vote on that, please. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 10 is approval of the final minutes by reference of the regular City Council meeting of December 15, 2010. May I have a motion, please, to approve the minutes?
Yes, Your Honor. No additions or deletions. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, please.
Thank you. Let's vote on that, please. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Items 11 through 31 are on the consent agenda. They're considered to be routine. They're recommended for approval by the departments and may be enacted in one motion. Are there any items that the council wishes to bring forward?
Your Honor, just a clarification on item number 25. There's been a request. Is the recipient of this award present today? No. Hearing none, then, Your Honor, I make a motion we bring items 11 through 31 forward and take the appropriate action, please, with all conditions.
All right. What we're going to have to do, we can't do this every week where we're pulling. If you get this to me in advance of the meeting, I assure you that I will find out from the other council members whether they want them pulled. Let's do it that way. We just get the request from you the morning of the meeting. I don't know whether you get it up to us earlier than that or not, but the first I saw it was like 2 seconds ago. So if you get it to me ahead of time, I'm happy to take care of you. All right, there's been a motion. Let's vote, please. Post? Motion carries, yes.
It might be helpful to her if you told her how much ahead of time, a day or two.
As far as I'm concerned, if it could be brought in the Tuesday before the Wednesday meeting, that gives me adequate time to go down the hall and see whether or not anybody wants to have the items pulled.
Okay.
Okay? Good. All right. We'll go to 33. 33 is appointment of members to the Community Development Recommending Board. The procedure for this board is appointment by the City Council, and the Department of Neighborhood Services recommends the following appointments and reappointments. The reappointments are Mike Aker, Libby Sharkey, Ann Blue, Verlia Davis Hogard, Pam Kowalski, Phyllis McFadden, Tom McGrath, Carmen LaShawn Miller, Dev Inder Pappas, and the new appointments would be Audrey Asselin, Lou DeSalvio, Marianne Goulden, and Rodney Jordan. May I have a motion to that effect, please?
That would be my motion, Your Honor.
All right, let's vote on that, please. Post? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 34 is the Audit Oversight Committee. Councilwoman Lois Tarkanian's term expires January 21st, 2011. I'd like to reappoint the councilwoman. Thank you. That's my motion, please. Let's vote, please. Opposed, please. You're allowed to vote for yourself, Councilwoman. Okay. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. Item number 35 is the recommending committee. Bills eligible for adoption at this meeting. Bill number 2010-52 amends the city's regulations pertaining to alcoholic beverages to establish a liquor manufacturing license category. Councilman Barlow, would you like to have that read?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Councilman. Bill number 2010-52, an ordinance to amend the city's regulations pertaining to alcoholic beverages to establish a liquor manufacturing license category and to provide for other related matters.
Thank you. Councilman Anthony.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to make a comment on this. Councilman Barlow and I were at the recommending committee when this move to the city council, and the gentleman that is going to be opening up a business based on this ordinance made 3 interesting comments. And he's owned several businesses. He said the best experience that he's had opening up a business was working with the city of Las Vegas. And I just thought I wanted to just let people know that if they want to open up a business in the city of Las Vegas, they're going to have an easy time doing it. The second thing he said is the worst experience he had opening up a business was in Los Angeles. So if you're in Los Angeles and you want to move your business in Nevada, come on to the city of Las Vegas and we'll be glad to help you out. And the third thing he said was the first liquor that he's going to manufacture is vodka, and it's going to be in a pretty cool bottle. The second one he's going to make is single malt scotch, and that's going to take a while to age. But there's no future. There's no future for gin with this particular business.
Okay,
so I just wanted to let you know about that.
Forget about you. Councilor Barlow, make a motion so I can vote against this.
Move for approval.
All right, there's a motion. Let's vote, please. Motion carries, and may the record really reflect the no vote. Now change it to yes, please. Very good. Thank you. Okay, bill number 2010-53 updates the municipal code provisions regarding the city's traffic signal impact fee program. Councilor Barlow, do you want it read?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Councilman, bill number 2010-53, in order to update the municipal code provisions regarding the city's traffic signal impact fee program and to provide for related matters.
Councilman, your motion, please.
Move for approval.
Thank you. Let's vote, please. Motion carries. Thank you. Item 37 is bill number 2010-54, establishes the means of allowing the use, quote, auto sales showroom, end quote, in certain commercial and industrial zoning districts. Councilor Barlow, do you wish to have this read?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Bill number 2010-54, an ordinance to establish the means of allowing the use auto sales showroom in certain commercial and industrial zoning districts and provide related matters.
Thank you. And your motion, please.
Before we do that, could I please, because I'm the sponsor of this bill, Mayor, ask Mr. Flagg to come up for some questions? With your permission,
Sure.
Councilman Barlow. Flynn, if you don't mind, just a quick overview of what this bill does, and then I've got some questions.
Certainly. Flynn Flagg with the Planning Department. What this bill will do is establish an auto showroom use. How this is distinguished from our other auto sales use is that this use is required to be within a wholly enclosed building. And so it must function essentially like any other retail use, where all of the products, all of the merchandise, all of the activity must be within an enclosed building. An example of this that we currently have is at the Wynn, the Ferrari dealership there, where it's operated more as a retail outlet where people can come and see the vehicles, but there is no outside storage, there is no associated auto repair with the use.
Thank you. A couple questions. Would this ordinance allow for the test driving of a vehicle? If somebody wanted to come and purchase one of the vehicles, would they be able to test drive the vehicle?
Currently, how we deal with test driving vehicles is through a condition that is placed upon each of the uses. With our regular dealerships that we have, what is required is that they must submit an auto test drive route that has to be approved by city staff and then is kept in their file, and they must adhere to that. And so for auto test drives that would be associated with this use, they would have to have an approved route for doing that. Again, this is intended to be operated as a retail use, so that would be discouraged.
So any applicant that wants to open up an auto sales showroom has to come before the council, and the council can place certain conditions that are appropriate for the particular use.
In certain zoning districts, yes. In the C1 and the CPB zoning districts, this would require a special use permit, and so City Council would be able to place conditions upon those uses in those districts.
Okay, my primary concern is that when we consider having this new use, that it does not negatively impact the surrounding neighborhoods or the surrounding businesses that are in the same shopping center. So by conditioning certain uses with certain conditions, we can protect the neighborhoods and the other businesses that are similarly located.
Exactly. Again, we would use code enforcement to enforce those conditions that are placed upon them.
We could talk about hours of operation. We could talk about when cars could be moved in and out of the showroom. A lot of conditions that would theoretically affect neighbors, we can place those conditions on certain uses.
Yes, through the special use permit process.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Councilman Barlow.
Councilman, your motion, please.
Wait a minute. I
Yes.
just wanted to make sure that we're on the record very strongly. I have a lot of automobile sales on Sahara in the ward, and I just want to ensure that we are saying, and I know we've said it, but I just very clearly, that we will not have any automobiles outside. All of this will be handled by a special use permit where conditions can be placed in order to protect the neighbors.
That is correct. It does have to be within a wholly enclosed building. There's no outside storage. There's no associated repair. And in the C1 and CPB zoning districts, it does require a special use permit where conditions can be placed upon the use.
And this gives no means to current car sales agencies to be able to manipulate in any way.
No, that would be a wholly separate use.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Councilman, did you make the motion?
Yes, move for approval.
Thank you. Let's vote, please.
Thank you.
Post. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, items 38 through 40, which are bills 2010-51, 2011-1, and 2011-2, are eligible for adoption at a later meeting, so we're going to move on to the new bills. New bills, items 41 and 42, bills 2011-3 and 2011-4, will be heard at the recommending committee meeting on Tuesday, February 1st, 2011. Mr. Jervik, would you read those, please?
I'll be happy to, Your Honor. Bill number 2011-3, an ordinance granting to TW Telecommunication of Nevada, LLC, a limited liability company organized under the existing laws of the state of Delaware and authorized to do business in Nevada, non-exclusive franchise for telecommunication service within the corporate limits of the city of Las Vegas, subject to and in accordance with that certain that franchise agreement entered into between the city of Las Vegas and TW Telecom, and providing for related matters, other related matters properly rated thereto. Excuse me. Bill number 2011-4, an ordinance to continue to authorize on a temporary basis the waiver of the origination charge of the new urban lounge and tavern limited licenses and further related matters.
All right, thank you very much. Councilman Barlow, will you be available February 1st?
Yes, sir.
Very good. And Councilman Anthony, will you be available February 1st? Yes, sir. Very good. Then we'll sign you these bills. Now, as you can see, it's about 20 of 10, and I want to ask the city attorney and the clerk, we have some folks here who probably would like to participate in citizens' participation, which is scheduled for this afternoon. Could we have them do it now so they won't have to come back this afternoon, or and then call citizens' participation for others who may be here for the afternoon session?
I think that's appropriate. The open meeting law requires at least a portion of agenda be devoted to citizen participation. I think that because it's not acted on by the council, I don't think there's any specific time. Even though we're noticed for this afternoon, you have to have it this afternoon, so you can't eliminate it. But to add an additional citizen participation, I think is okay.
All right, well, that's what I'm going to do. So folks won't have to come back if they don't want to. Of course, they're welcome to, but we won't hear from them twice. Would anyone like to be heard for citizens' participation at this time? All right, then seeing none, we'll go into recess until 1 p.m. this afternoon. I will tell you this. Yes, ma'am, if you'd like to come up, that's fine. Well, you have to come on up. Let me say this to you, that I had a conversation with our city manager yesterday, Betsy Fretwell, and what we will be doing when we have a abridged or abbreviated agenda such as this, we'll try to put matters for discussion that are of interest to the city council, things like home rule, things like consolidation, where we'll then be able to have an open meeting in compliance with the open meeting law and hear an expression from each and every one of the council at that time, and make use of this time that everybody has set aside for an entire day of city council meetings. Yes, ma'am. State your name, please, and we'll put a 3-minute timer on, please.
Kind of short. Hi, my name is Julie Ban. I live at 2300 Rock Springs Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here today to talk to you about, well, I could talk about a lot of things right now, but I have a lot of spilkies, and so I need to talk to you about this. It's about it says, I wrote this, it says no park rocks. About 3 or 4 years ago, I was living in the Fremont, Sahara Eastern neighborhood, and I was using the park, and I asked for something in particular. I asked for a small crevice of earth to be filled up so the ankles wouldn't twist. It's a very dark area. So I asked the guy in the tractor, and about 6 months later, the park was closed off, and there was a sign mentioning some kind of project. And I saw no reason for anything to be spent on that place except for maybe calcium and turf seed. And so the sign said it'll be open in a year. And I waited, I came back, and it's a nice park. It's Levitt Park on Eastern and St. Louis, Atlanta. There's a highway patrol office on the other side of the road. So I came back there to go to my favorite park, and I looked at the place, and once again I saw no reason to spend money on that place. They put rocks, these huge Las Vegas pink rocks in the park, and they placed them by the children's equipment, you know, the jungle gyms, and next to the walking path, and this gorgeous walking path everybody uses. So I saw no reason to use that material. They put in some sod. It wasn't St. Augustine. I'm from California Polytechnic State University, San Luis Obispo and Riverside. And why am I mentioning this? Because they put material in there that when I took landscape architecture with Steve Ainsley and turf management with Dr. Kurtz, thank you very much, we did not use giant rocks in a blueprint park design. I'm sorry this happened. God only knows why. I don't know why that material was used. I think the money, the funds, the money that the Park and Recreation used, I seriously doubt that city planning was the approver. In fact, I called planning and development, and I spoke to a gentleman, and we recognized each other. We went to the same
I'm going to have to cut
school.
you off.
All right.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right. All right, anybody else? All right, then we'll be in recess until 1 p.m. I'm advised, however, Mr. Jervik, that based on certain council action, which is anticipating, there'll be only one item this afternoon. I guess there's no way under the open meeting law that we can wrap it up now.
Unfortunately not, Your Honor.
All right, well, then we'll see everybody back here at 1 o'clock.
Mr. Mayor, can I just say to that lady, it's wonderful that you care that much about our parks and that you made the effort to come here and tell us, and we will try and watch that. Thank you.
you, ma'am? How you doing? I see your big buddies down at the county. You hadn't been in a while, huh?
Daddy.
They need you, huh?
Yeah.
You have certain things that you take care of, and they have certain things they take care of. Now, you work with one of them, don't you? Is that the big blonde guy? Is he coming?
Oh, no, he has,
You don't know who, huh?
yeah, well, no, he has another appointment.
Really?
This is gonna be a short one this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Really sure. He didn't bring the lawyer with him? Where's the lawyer? Lawyer quit on him? He's on hospital.
Hey, I stole your pen.
Hey, you got a lawyer.
I stole your pen by accident.
Well,
Okay, folks, good afternoon. We'll start off with item number 43. Any items from the afternoon session that the council, staff, and/or the applicant wish to be stricken or held in abeyance to a future meeting may be brought forward and acted upon at this time. Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have a couple items. Item 48 and 49, variance 39-433 and special use permit 39-432. Applicant Lamar Central Outdoor LLC, owner DNW Inc. at 120 North Jones Boulevard. The applicant wants that to be held in advance until our February the 2nd, 2011 meeting. And we have item number 50 is a variance, 40,127. Applicant owner Roy Windblad. Appeal from denial by the Planning Commission for 50-foot high, 3,000 square foot accessory structure at 5705 Paseo, Montana Court. Councilman Barlow would like that to be held in advance until our February the 16th, 2011 meeting. Are there any other items? Not many. I make a motion we take these items and bring them forward and take the appropriate action, please.
Thank you. Let's vote on that, please. Post. Motion carries. Thank you. Items 44 through 47 may be considered in one motion, one vote. They're considered routine public hearing items with no condition changes. Any person representing an application or a member of the public or member of the council not in agreement with the conditions and all standard conditions for the application recommended by staff should request to have that item removed from this portion of the agenda. Number 44 is EOT 40395. The applicant owner is Fuller Bustos LLC. Request for an extension of time of a non-conforming use for tavern at 1631 North Decatur Boulevard of Ward 5. Number 45 is ZON 40051. The applicant is City of Las Vegas. The owner is Nevada Power Company. Request for rezoning from U, undeveloped PF Public Facilities, general plan designation to CV, Civic on 3.85 acres at 6120 North Jones Boulevard in Ward 6. Number 46 is ZON 40052. The applicant is City of Las Vegas. The owner is Nevada Power Company. Request for a rezoning from RE Residence Estates to CV Civic on 2.02 acres on the east side of Rainbow Boulevard, approximately 100 feet north of Delphinium Avenue in Ward 6. Number 47 is ZON 40053. The applicant is City of Las Vegas. The owner, Nevada Power Company. Request for rezoning from C1 Limited Commercial to CV Civic on 1.96 acres at 10041 West Charleston Boulevard in Ward 2. The Planning Commission and staff recommend approval for these items. All the items are public hearings, which are now declared open. Is there anyone wishing to be heard on any of these items?
My name is Anthony Hudson. I live 123 Sadale. All I got to say, Mr. Mayor, since you read them all off, that's within the proper order. So, in a couple of them, you say the city is involved in the power company, right?
Right.
Good luck.
Okay. Anybody else want to be heard on any of these items? All right, seeing none, we'll close the public hearings then. May I have a motion then to approve items 44 through 47?
Yes, Your Honor. I make a motion to approve those items with all conditions, please.
Okay, let's vote on that, please. Post. Motion carries. Thank you. Item 51 is SUP 38523, a special use permit. It's a public hearing. The applicant owner is Hector Camacho. Request for a special use permit for a proposed motor vehicle sales used use at 4561 East Bonanza Road, suite number 130. This is in Ward 3, and the Planning Commission and staff both recommend denial. It's a public hearing, which is now declared open.
Your Honor, if I could, please.
Certainly.
I do have some petitions, some opposition to this request. I want to put these in for our public record. I just want to read this one here. It says, "No more junk. My house is worth half of what I paid for it 20 years ago. His place is already a mess. I have seen cars parked there with a for sale sign a lot. Try to keep this area as nice as possible. Thank you. Sorry, but I get upset each time I get this for the same thing."
Okay, if you name that to the clerk, make that part of the record. All right, are you here?
And who was that from?
It's public record. It's the second one right there.
And her address?
Well,
No,
first,
not on the record.
no.
No.
Not on TV, but it's certainly available to you.
Please identify yourself for the record.
Ian Christopherson. I'm here with Hector Camacho.
Okay, be happy to hear from you folks.
This application, I think, should be approved. I haven't heard any articulable reason why it should be denied. When we were here in December, one of the issues was that you said he was selling vehicles without a permit. So he's applied for the permit without any articulable reason for denial. It's being denied. And I understand that the council and the city are not happy with Mr. Camacho. However, personal reasons are not a basis for denial of the permit, and I have yet to hear any articulable reason why a conforming use is not being approved here. So,
Mr. Mayor, if I could, just for the record.
Certainly.
The applicant has the burden of proof to show you that this particular use is warranted at this particular location. It's not our burden to prove it's not. It's his burden to prove that it is.
All right, that's fair.
well, it's a conforming use,
Okay.
and there's nothing of record to indicate why this should be denied. The property is suitable, it's in a proper zoning area, and like I said when we were here in December, one of the things you said was he is selling vehicles without a permit. So here we have an individual who is attempting to comply with the law by getting the permit, and what you're saying is, no, he can't have one, which I think is part of a pattern and practice. The city, somebody in the city is out to take this property from my client, and that's not before you today, but, you know, we came in December, you gave us a list of things to correct, they were corrected, and they're continuing to go out and harass that property, give him orders to comply that I don't think are appropriate. He's been inspected 5 or 6 times since then, and he corrected those problems. He got a sign off on the last set of problems, and now we have, you know, weekly or daily inspections out there.
It's not relevant, Your Honor.
And that's not part of it. It's like, you know, it shows that there's a personal agenda here on behalf of somebody. I think that the use complies, and
Okay.
until there's some reason articulated, I think it needs to be approved.
Okay, thank you. All right, public hearing, did you want to be heard, sir?
Thank you. Todd Farlow, 240 North 19th Street. Council, a captain is always responsible for his men. A property owner is always responsible for his property. This should not be allowed because this applicant has shown that he can't abide by the rules. The only time that he abides by the rules is when he's got the police or code enforcement or out there with a threat of closing him down. What started this, let's go back to the very start. Let's go back to the safety issue that started it. He had a sign out there, a monument sign that was torn down that had rebar sticking up in the thing where the bricks are knocked off. Kids were playing on this thing because they go by on the stool. He never did a thing about it until code enforcement was down there with a threat on it. This is a safety issue. That was just the start of it. He was doing major overhauls when he wasn't. He was allowing major overhauls to be made when they weren't allowed. That was a start. He had cars out there for sale, wasn't allowed. The guy cannot abide by the rules. And on these special use permits, you have to go by a person's faith. You got to be able to trust the person to do the right thing. Mr. Camacho cannot be trusted, and that is the problem. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to be heard?
Mr. Mayor, all I would have to say to this is, this has been before you all a lot. And, you know, I come down once in a while, and this is ongoing. And I just hope you all can come to some sort of conclusion on this. This needs to stop. That's all I got to say. You need to bring this to a conclusion one way or the other, because this looks bad. You know what I'm saying? This really looks bad. So whatever's done, let's get it going. I don't ever want to come down and say this no more. Bye.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, could I ask staff, please, why are you recommending denial on this item?
Certainly, let me address that. In our staff report, we discussed the specifics of the case and the property relative to the criteria for approval for a special use permit for this specific use. Looking at the property in question, there is already a parking variance that has been approved for the property. They were required to have approximately 250 spaces on site. They have 201 spaces on site. When you have an auto vehicle sales use on the property, you have to store the vehicle somewhere, and obviously those are going to be in parking spaces that are already jeopardized. And so the principal reason in recommending denial of the request was looking at the number of parking spaces available on the site, looking at the parking variance that has already been approved for the property, and the reasoning is that the intensity of the proposed additional use would be inappropriate for this site. So again, it goes back to the prior approvals and the parking variance.
Thank you. Your Honor, you go down East Bonanza on either side, north or south. There is no used car sales or new car sales anywhere along there. I think it would be precedent setting if we allowed this use at this time. Our Planning Commission and our staff both recommend denial, and I, for one, do not think this is compatible for this location. There, my motion is denial.
All right, let's vote. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Item 52.
Thank you, Mr. Ruiz.
Madam Clerk, would you please set the public hearing dates and appeals from the...
You can look at me like this. You're going to need rewards.
Madam Clerk, would you please set the public hearing dates and appeals from the City Planning Commission meetings and dangerous buildings or nuisance litter abatements? Thank you. Item 53 is citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council. No subject may be acted upon by the City Council unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come on up, give us your name, and we'll put the 3-minute timer on, please.
My name is Hodges, and I will be real quick. I just want to show you some pictures, Mr.
For the
Mayor.
record, you have to give us your name.
My name is Anthony Hodges. I live 123 Sir David. I just want to show you some pictures. They say pictures are worth 1,000 words. The United States was 200 years old, the bicentennial, and I was in San Diego, California at an old mission. The old mission was a part of Mexico when it was built, when it was in the country of Mexico. And but when I went there for America's 200-year centennial, then it belonged to the United States. It was in the city of San Diego. And I'm standing there with the padre, and which is better known as priests, whatever. But anyway, I also want to tell you this.
Actually, you the guy on the right or the left? Do you have that red sash around you?
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I love you for that, too. Whatever.
Thank you.
That's fun. Okay. Now, that is there's a lady in California, and I don't know if I need it. I don't know if this lawyer wants to
put it
take
sideways. It's
okay.
up and down there. There you go.
In 1975, I went and got a pattern and a logo. It's called a trademark. Well, anyway, according to our country, for over hundreds of years, we used to use the old statement, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Well, it's a statement, but it had never been, patterned or anything. So I went 2 hours, and they told me that Rolls Royce had that. Now, I'm being honest, y'all. And so I said, okay, I'll go to 3. So I put royal, because the kids, I call them royalty. And then I put robust, meaning rope and bucket. And then it's a race. Now, what made me really famous, the federal government said when I put that S on it and call it racist, well, that can be a statement about people. But see, you say you go to the horse races and the dog races, you still put that S there. So the government and my lawyer, they kind of dig it back and forth, and the government wouldn't let me have it. So then what I'm trying to say, I kept that even with the post office box for 23 years. The point is, I only need to do it for 7. You know what I'm saying? To make it official. But then I got an ARA is for that logo, registered logo. What I'm trying to say, I do everything up front and out of here. Furthermore, 3 hours legally in this nation, and even the Japanese didn't even want to borrow. You know what I'm trying to say? That's mine. 3 hours belong to me, and the end of the day and a few other things, whatever. But the objective is, and this is the thing from the federal government to prove that it's, it's legal, whatever. And that's your patent office, whatever. And I'm through, and I just want to say good luck to you. And thank you for letting me stop by, and the best of luck. And one other thing, then I'll be leaving. Last time I was here, I was talking about the 11. Okay, and in 1911, the United States put in 2 more states, and that was New Mexico and Arizona. They'd be in the 48th state. And then they had a thing called the 1911 Act. Sidewalks and streets and
Mr. Hodge,
whatever.
I'm going to have
Thanks
to
a
cut
lot.
you short there, but I appreciate it.
I understand it. I'm just going to say, everything I do, I go according to the books. And the only reason I know about the 1911 is that I had to pay $16,000 for the pavement of a street for 200 feet in front of my house. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you. Would anyone else like to be heard?
Good afternoon, Bryce Rakich, 10317 Luxembourg Avenue. Just a brief follow-up from last week when I dropped off the paper on using the Glass-Steagall principle in the state and municipal debt crisis. For the past 3 years, cities all across the country have been cutting their budgets in response to falling revenues in the hopes that if they just tighten their belts for a couple of years, the economy would recover, and then rising revenues could make up for the lean years. Not only is there no economic recovery, the austerity of the past couple of years is only leading to even more austerity. No matter how much they cut, many cities find themselves with even larger deficits than they had before. One case in point is Reno, Nevada, where 20 to 30 city employees in March were laid off in order to save $2 to $3 million in expenses. Long story short, knowing that you have the courage to stand up to the administration, without Glass-Steagall, this austerity will continue. And you can only have so many cutbacks of state and local municipalities until the government fails, and you end up like a Greece or like a Tunisia. Another thing also is we've had bailouts under Bush, under Obama. Now we have quantitative easing, and it's come to my attention that the total revenue of the bailouts was a certain figure. 0.5% of that figure, just the AIG bailout alone, would bail out the states. So long story short, this austerity will continue unless Glass-Steagall is invoked time and time again. Glass-Steagall is the solution, and Glass-Steagall says that all actions creating monetary and financial obligations to bail out worthless financial paper are unconstitutional and are abolished under Glass-Steagall by principle. And as you know, it stood for 50 years until it was repealed. So local governments must somehow demand that the bailout funds go towards the general welfare as was understood under FDR and under the Glass-Steagall principle, which separated the banking interests. And that is pretty much all I have, except that for there to be any recovery, we need to do something in the domestic United States. So I invite the local government of Nevada to look into the North American Water and Power Alliance. It's an infrastructure project that would create 4 million jobs and create something real and tangible that people can actually point at. What can we point at right now after all the bailouts? What can we point at to say what has been done with that money? Where is the money going? How has it helped the general welfare of the American public? So I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for considering Glass-Steagall. Invoking Glass-Steagall every time there are cutbacks and layoffs in any government locally. Make sure that your constituents know that it's because of the failure of this administration to act on Glass-Steagall. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next, please.
Thank you. Todd Farlow, 240 North 19th Street. To continue on what that gentleman just said, you wondered where the money was going? It went to the bankers. And if you want to know something that really wants to upset you, the general counsel, Lehman Brothers, that took it down, is now the general counsel of AIG. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else like to be heard? Okay. Then we'll move on to item number 54. 54 is the council member recognition, comments made by individual city council members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the City Council unless that subject is on the agenda as scheduled for action. Would any of us like to be heard at this time?
Yes, sir.
Councilman Anthony, and then, I'm sorry. Councilman Anthony, would you?
I'll yield to Councilman.
Very good. Councilman Wilson?
I'll yield to Councilman Barlow.
Councilman Barlow?
Is there anyone willing to raise their hand for me to yield to? Thank you so very much, council members. I will be brief. Monthly, I hold my Coffee with the Councilman the first Tuesday of every month, and so February 3rd will be the next time that I will meet at Starbucks, at Rancho, and Bonanza. Look forward to any business men and women, as well as the constituents of Fabulous Ward 5 to come out and have coffee or tea with me and sharing good conversation to see what we can do as a city to assist you and to make sure that your business as well as your quality of life is at the height that it should be. So for that, please come out February 3rd from 9 a.m. until 10 a.m., which is Thursday, February 3rd. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilman Wilson?
Thank you, Mayor Goodman. I have another missing child to bring to everybody's attention, and I want to start off by thanking Nevada Child Seekers for providing me with this information. 9 of the 14 children that we've been able to highlight have been located, and I will continue to do this every meeting because I believe that the more people looking for these missing children increases the chances of returning them safely to their family. Today's child is a runaway and is 17 years old. She's been missing since September 15th, 2010, and her picture and descriptive terms are on the screen right now. She is Sophia Keshtekar. She's 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 120 pounds. She has brown eyes and black hair. She also has a piercing in both her lip and her nose. She was last seen on White Peppermint Drive, which is near Rainbow and Flamingo. She was wearing khaki pants and a white shirt. She may be in the company of a 17-year-old white male named Jonathan. If you know or have seen Sophia, please contact Nevada Child Seekers at 702-458-7009 or Las Vegas Metro Missing Persons Unit at 828-3111. Information about Sophia and other missing children in Las Vegas can be viewed on Nevada Child Seekers website at www.nevadachildseekers.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Anthony, thank you for your courtesy.
Thank you, Mayor. The City of Las Vegas is currently going through a series of town hall meetings in order to prepare for the upcoming budget discussion. And we hold these town hall meetings in order to get the public input on what they see as areas that we should cut, what services that they think are critical, and I am holding 2 town hall meetings in Ward 4. The other councilmen are also having their ward town hall meetings. I just wanted to let the folks in Ward 4 know when those are available. The first one is coming up January 26th in Sun City, Summerlin. This is for the Sun City, Summerlin residents. January 26th at 7:30 p.m. at the Star Bright Theater. So if you live in Sun City, Summerlin, 7:30 January 26th at the Star Bright Theater. For the rest of the residents of Ward 4, we're holding our town hall meeting January 27th at 5:30 at the Durango Hills YMCA located at Durango and Cheyenne. Again, January 27th, 5:30. Durango Hills YMCA, Durango, Cheyenne. Please come out. We want to hear what you have to say, get your input, and also educate you on exactly what is occurring with the budget. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The town hall meetings are very interesting because we have our entire managerial staff there. All the department heads are there, all voluntary, by the way, not directed by the city manager or by the council to appear. No overtime, no compensation, basically, because of the nature of their positions, and they're there to participate in tabletop discussions with members of the council and members of the staff, hoping to achieve what Councilman Anthony just indicated is the objective. I've been to 3 so far, one with Councilman Ross, one with Councilwoman Tarkanian, and last night we were with Councilman Barlow. And the folks who show up, they really have the opportunity to make a difference as far as city government is concerned, because we do listen to them. We have scribes at the table who take down their suggestions and their remarks, and there's great interaction, and it's probably the best form of democracy imaginable, where the elected officials and those who are serving our constituents get together with those constituents. So I really urge anybody who's interested in the future well-being of the community, who has ideas and who want to learn about where we stand at this point in time, attend. And I also want to thank all of our constituents who went down this past Monday to probably the most successful Martin Luther King Jr. parade the city ever celebrated. It was marvelous, a beautiful day. Chamber of Commerce Day out there, and a lot of music, a lot of bands. Just the public, they were so receptive to having a meaningful, good time. It was a pleasure to see it, and want to congratulate everybody who participated in that significant event. So, anybody else? Yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, I just want to announce that we're having our town hall meeting Monday night at 5:30 at the East Las Vegas Community Center on Stewart and Eastern.
Right. Hopefully I'll be at all of these just to say hi to folks, and they want to see me. I try to get there early just to let them know that I am interested in seeing who is participating. So with that, hearing none, the meeting is adjourned.